Tonight, we're journeying back to a quiet suburban street in Long Island, New York, to a house that became the center of one of the most terrifying and debated hauntings in American history. This is the true story behind 112 Ocean Avenue, the Amityville house. Our story begins not with ghosts, but with a real-life tragedy. On a cold November night in 1974, the seemingly peaceful DeFeo family home became a horrific crime scene. Ronald DeFeo Jr., the eldest son, took a rifle and systematically murdered his parents and 4 younger siblings as they slept in their beds. The motive remains a subject of debate to this day. Some say he was driven by family abuse, others by greed. But DeFeo himself offered a chilling explanation during his trial. He claimed voices in the house told him to do it. This single statement would lay the dark foundation for everything that was to come. Just over a year later, in December 1975, the Lutz family, George, Kathy, and her 3 children from a previous marriage, saw the beautiful Dutch colonial house as their dream home. The price was unbelievably low, a steal they couldn't pass up, even knowing the grim history of the property. They believed they could fill the house with new, happy memories, cleansing it of its dark past. They moved in, full of hope, but their dream would soon curdle into a 28-day nightmare. The terror began almost immediately. It started small. Strange, foul odors would appear and vanish without a source. Cold spots would drift through rooms, chilling them to the bone despite the heating being on full blast. They would hear the front door slam shut in the middle of the night, only to find it securely locked. Kathy Lutz began having vivid, recurring nightmares about the murders. She even started to feel an unseen presence touching her while she slept. George Lutz's behavior took a disturbing turn. He became withdrawn, angry, and obsessed with the fireplace, spending hours staring into the flames, often waking up at 3:15 a.m. every single night, the same time the DeFeo murders were estimated to have occurred. He suffered from a constant, bone-deep chill that no amount of blankets could warm. The children were also affected. The youngest daughter, Missy, developed an imaginary friend named Jody, a pig-like creature with glowing red eyes who would appear outside her window. The activity in the house escalated dramatically. Swarms of flies infested the sewing room, a room that had no windows or apparent entry point, even in the dead of winter. Black sludge inexplicably oozed from the toilets and keyholes. A crucifix on the wall was found inverted, turned upside down. Objects moved on their own. On one occasion, Kathy was reportedly levitated a few feet off her bed. Feeling overwhelmed and terrified, the Lutzes decided to have their home blessed. They called a Catholic priest, Father Ray Pecoraro. As the priest entered the house and began to sprinkle holy water, he claimed to hear a deep, demonic voice boom, "Get out!" He was also allegedly slapped by an unseen hand and developed mysterious blisters on his skin. He warned the Lutzes to stay out of a specific upstairs room, the former bedroom of 2 of the DeFeo boys. But the paranormal onslaught was too powerful. The final night was the climax of their ordeal. The family described being terrorized by unseen forces, with banging sounds so loud they seemed to shake the very foundation of the house. Furniture was thrown around, and they felt as though they were being attacked by something malevolent and powerful. In a state of pure panic, they grabbed a few belongings and fled the house, leaving almost everything behind. They never returned. Their 28 days in their dream home were over. The story didn't end when the Lutzes fled. It exploded into a cultural phenomenon. Their account was turned into Jay Anson's best-selling book, The Amityville Horror, which was then adapted into the iconic 1979 film. The tale of the haunted house on Ocean Avenue captivated and terrified the world. But with fame came intense scrutiny. Skeptics and paranormal investigators soon began to pick the story apart. Questions arose. Was it a genuine haunting or a brilliantly executed hoax? Lawyers and reporters pointed out inconsistencies. For example, the claim about the black sludge was questioned, as was the dramatic levitation. Ronald DeFeo Jr.'s lawyer, William Weber, later claimed that he and the Lutzes had created this horror story over many bottles of wine. He suggested the entire affair was a get-rich-quick scheme designed to profit from the public's fascination with the murders. However, the Lutzes always maintained their story was true. They passed lie detector tests and stood by their account for the rest of their lives, even as they faced public ridicule. George and Kathy insisted that the money they made was nothing compared to the trauma they endured. They argued that no one would put their family through that kind of terror and uproot their entire lives for a hoax. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren also got involved. They conducted a seance in the house, accompanied by a TV crew. During the investigation, Lorraine, a clairvoyant, claimed to feel a demonic presence of immense evil. She described the house as a gateway, a place where something truly dark had taken root long before the DeFeos ever lived there. One of the most famous pieces of potential evidence from that night is a photograph. In the background of one of the shots, an eerie figure of a small boy with glowing eyes can be seen peeking out from a doorway. Some believe this is the spirit of one of the murdered DeFeo children. Others dismiss it as a member of the investigative team or simply a trick of light and shadow. So what is the truth of Amityville? Was 112 Ocean Avenue a portal to hell, a house so deeply stained by violence that it became a beacon for evil? Did the tragic energy of the DeFeo murders awaken something dormant and malevolent? Or was it a clever fabrication, a story crafted by people looking to capitalize on a tragedy? The debate rages on. Subsequent owners of the house have reported no paranormal activity whatsoever. The address has been changed, the iconic eye-like windows have been replaced, and the house now looks like any other home on the block. Perhaps the true horror of Amityville lies not in ghosts or demons, but in the unsettling ambiguity of it all. It's a story that forces us to question the boundaries between reality and the supernatural, between truth and deception. Whether you believe the Lutzes' story or not, the legend of the Amityville horror has left an indelible mark on our culture, serving as a chilling reminder that sometimes the most terrifying stories are the ones that leave us wondering what truly happened in the dark. What do you think? Was it a real haunting or an elaborate hoax? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into one of history's most chilling tales. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more explorations into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.